In the Wild West, tales of fear and lawlessness spread across the dusty plains. Among these tales, one stood out above all: the Scarlet Bandit. She was a figure cloaked in dread, known for her beauty, but feared for her cold-blooded nature. At 27, she was the most dangerous woman in the world, with long black hair that danced in the wind and skin white as snow. Her piercing blue eyes held secrets, while the scar on her left cheek was a chilling reminder of her violent past. The people lived in fear. Stories of her deadly escapades echoed in taverns and across campfires. They spoke of how she killed for fun, leaving her victims unrecognizable, their faces blown away as if struck by lightning. No man dared cross her path, and children trembled at the mere whisper of her name. One hot afternoon, a newcomer arrived in town, Jack, a young sheriff determined to clean up his town. He had heard the tales of the Scarlet Bandit and was resolved to bring her to justice. He was ruggedly handsome, and confidence filled his stride. Jack stepped into the local saloon, where the air was thick with smoke and muted conversations. He grabbed a drink, watching the patrons closely. Whispers filled the room when he introduced himself and talked of the fear that gripped the town. "She'll never be caught," an old man with a weathered face said. "She's too smart for that. She kills for pleasure. The law ain't got a chance." Jack listened, but did not give up hope. "I will catch her," he declared. "She can't hide forever." As the sun began to set, Jack left the saloon, igniting curiosity among the townfolk. They watched closely, believing he was foolish but also a bit brave. Little did they know, the Scarlet Bandit was already watching him. She stood in the shadows outside the tavern, clad in her black and red ensemble, the colors of fear and passion. With her black hat tilted low, she took in the sights. The sheriff was a fine man, confident and daring. As she watched, a wicked grin formed on her lips. Her heart raced at the thought of a new game, a challenge that might excite her. The next day, Jack set out to gather information. He visited the homes of those who had survived encounters with her. He spoke with a woman named Clara, who had been a victim of the Scarlet Bandit. Clara sat in her modest home, still shaking when she recounted her story. "I was lucky to get away. She was beautiful but terrifying. She comes alive in the darkness." Jack listened intently, his mind spinning with thoughts. "What can you remember about her?" he asked, hoping for a clue. "Her eyes, like ice. The way she would smile. You could feel the danger, even before the gunfire. She enjoys the hunt." With each story he heard, Jack's determination grew stronger. He began to form a plan to lure her out, using tactics he learned from his time as a sheriff. He decided to stage a fake robbery at the edge of town, a place where he could wait for her. As night fell, the moon cast a silver light over the desert. Jack took his position, hidden away behind some rocks, waiting for the notorious bandit to appear. Hours later, and just as doubt began to creep in, he heard a sound. A soft rustle, followed by high heels clicking against the hard ground. Out she stepped, the Scarlet Bandit, with her signature coat billowing behind her like a dark shadow gliding through the night. Jack felt both fear and excitement. He had never seen her up close, and her beauty was mesmerizing. Yet he reminded himself of the danger she brought. "Well, well, what do we have here?" she called. Her voice, smooth like silk, filled with mischief and challenge. Jack revealed himself, gun drawn. "You're under arrest, Scarlet Bandit," he said boldly, though his heart raced. She laughed, a sound laced with amusement. "Oh, Sheriff, you think you can catch me? This is just a game after all. But tell me, do you enjoy it? The thrill? The hunt? Does it make you feel alive?" Jack held his ground, unwavering. "Your game ends tonight. Enough with the bloodshed." "Bloodshed?" she mocked, stepping closer, her enticing aura pulling him in. "What if I offered you something more? A chance to join me instead?" He shook his head, but inside he wrestled with temptation. Was it the thrill of the chase, or was it her charm that captivated him? In that fleeting moment, he saw glimpses of her complexity, a woman who thrived in chaos. With adrenaline coursing through his veins, Jack aimed his gun. "You've taken too many lives. This ends tonight." Suddenly, the moonlight reflected off her eye patch as she pulled out her gun too. "Let's see who the real bandit is." The standoff stretched like eternity, both of them ready to pull the trigger. But in that moment, something shifted. It became clear to Jack that she wasn't just a monster. She was a haunted soul, lost in her own darkness, expertly playing a role as the world's worst nightmare. As the tension built, the winds carried their shared breath. Each of them was poised to strike, both aware that the outcome would define the night. Would fear win, or would curiosity lead to something entirely unexpected? In the Wild West, only time would reveal the truth behind the legend of the Scarlet Bandit.